everyone, good evening. Welcome to the 10 weeks of Yuktahaar project, and today I'm going to speak about fruits. Fruits are great for health. We all know that, so I'm not going to touch upon that. But बहुत बार क्या होता है, because when we understand that something is good for our health, we start having a lot of it. We start having it in our attempt to have कि भाई healthy खाना है. हम हर उस चीज को बार बार खाने की कोशिश करते हैं, which basically ends up in a way that we end up eating in a way that we either end up eating too much of it or we end up eating at the wrong time, right? So that is why I thought I'll do this quick discussion on fruits. And today I'm going to actually tell you 6 ways कि ऐसे क्या 6 चीज हैं which you should not be doing as far as fruits are concerned. So 6 don'ts, and then of course I'll tell you the right way of having them, right? So the first thing is that do not start your day with fruits. Okay, now I know a lot of people feel that in the morning, if we are working out, we are going for a run or we are going to the gym, and a lot of time we are told कि उठते ही you need to fuel up your body, and fruits is the best way because fruits बहुत अच्छा होता है. रात में हम सोते हैं, the body's glucose comes down and you need to have something which has lot of sugar, so have fruits. A lot of reasoning is there, right? But let me tell you, there's also another research side by side which says that you should be working out on a fasting state. So there is a term called fasted cardio or a fasting cardio and many other things. So what I'm just trying, I'm not encouraging either of it, just to make it clear. But what I'm just trying to say is that as far as any Western concept is concerned, there's always a new research, and there's always a research that you will find supporting both the views. Therefore, I always follow something which is like, something which is there since ages, something which is there since thousands of years. And that I mean is the Ayurveda principles, the Ayurveda concept, the Ayurvedic clock, जिसके बारे में मैंने बहुत बार पहले भी बात करी है. But I'm just going to brush about it again. So Ayurvedic clock is basically a clock which divides the day into certain phases, which is Kapha phase, Vata phase and Pitta phase. So these are the 3 phases in which the entire day in an Ayurveda, our typical day is divided. Each phase lasts for 4 hours, right? So us jo hours hai, like 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. is the Kapha Kala, which is the time when you will be waking up, and eating something first thing in the morning. So this is the Kapha period, and according to these divisions, Ayurveda then tells us what is the best thing to eat during each phase. So what is the best thing to eat, say at 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., then 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. and so on. So this is the way Ayurveda divides the entire day. Now 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., the time when you would be waking up and you would be going for a workout or not going for a workout, but the time when you would be thinking of, how do I start my day, that period, as I said, is the Kapha period. Kapha period जो होता है, वो heaviness, sluggishness, mucus production, ये सब इनके characteristics होते हैं. Therefore, Ayurveda strictly says that you should not be having foods which are heavy and which are cold and which are moist during this time, right? So first thing in the morning when you wake up, therefore Ayurveda strictly says that you should not be having fruits as the first thing, because at least according to Ayurveda, fruits are known to be cold, not warm. Fruits are known to be heavy and moist, not light and warm. So therefore, if you would like to follow the Ayurvedic principles, then fruits should not be the first thing that you should be eating as soon as you wake up, like when you start your day. So that's my first point out of the 6 points. The second point is eating fruits as a breakfast. Now a lot of people I know, when they decide that they want to eat healthy, they think that, okay, let's convert breakfast into fruits, and they feel that, they are eating lesser calories and they are going to gain more health. But again, going by the same Ayurvedic clock principle, your breakfast typically would again be at the 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. time. This is a typical breakfast time, which I'm assuming at least for all you people. Please don't wake up at 12 in the afternoon and say that I have breakfast at 12:30. No. So 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. is again the same time when we would be having typically our breakfast. And again, going by the same reason, this is the Kapha Kala, which means that you should not be having something heavy, something which is cold, something which is moist, which is a fruit. Therefore, fruits जो है वो आपको morning में उठते ही नहीं खाना चाहिए. The second point is you should not be even having fruits as a breakfast or even a part of your breakfast. So that's the second point. The third point is that fruits should not be had as dinner. Now a lot of people, again I know, they feel कि नहीं dinner light करना है because everybody says dinner light करना है, and I'm changing my lifestyle, so let me just remove my roti sabzi dinner say and let me just start having fruits for dinner. Right? We see that often in Bollywood movies. We saw that, I think, in Hum Aapke Hain Kaun, where Madhuri Dixit was cutting apples for Salman Khan at dinner time. So we can leave that for the movies, but in real life, again, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. again, as I said, going by the Ayurvedic clock, 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. again is the Kapha Kala. Again, it's the same time in the night. It's if you go by the Ayurvedic clock, which again doesn't tell us, going by the same reason, it tells us that you should not be having fruits at 6 p.m. to 10 p.m., which means that fruits should not be a part of your meal, it should not be a part of your dinner or post dinner or even post sunset for that matter. So the 3 points I'll revise, which is about timings, कि आपको उठते ही do not have fruits as the first thing in the morning, do not have fruits as breakfast or as part of the breakfast, do not have fruits as dinner or as part of dinner, and even post sunset. So what you're basically avoiding is 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and you're also avoiding 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. because both are kapha periods, the kapha kala as they say in Ayurveda. Okay, so these 3 points are regarding the timings. Now the fourth point is about combinations. So now again in Ayurveda there is a concept called Virudh Ahara, which means that ki do combinations jinko harmful combinations माना जाता है. Virudh simply means, you know, opposite or unacceptable, and so this combination they suggest that, you know, Virudh Ahara is something that you should be not having, like two combinations, two food combinations. Now as far as fruits is concerned, fruit and milk is a Virudh Ahara, which means कि आपको fruit को milk के साथ बिल्कुल भी combine नहीं करना चाहिए. Fruit should not be even combined with dahi, curd. So these two things are extremely dangerous. In fact, a lot of colic and a lot of gut issues are seen when mothers unknowingly feed grapes and milk together to babies. Even, you know, any fruit and milk for that matter. If you have a colicky baby, you need to see if you're giving fruit and milk at the same time. So fruit and milk is definitely not a great combination. Not even fruit and dahi, so please avoid that, which simply means that you can't have your banana milkshake, strawberry milkshake, mango milkshake and all of these things. At the same time, if you combine fruit with an almond milk, for example, or fruit with any nut milk, then that's acceptable. Simply the reason is when we say almond milk or when we say coconut milk, it's coming from a nut, it's coming from a plant group. Fruit and nuts ka aapas mein, it's a compatible, you know, it's a compatible combination. So fruits and nuts can go together simply because they also come from the same group, which is the plant group. But when we are talking about animal milk, when we are talking about dairy milk, then they are quite opposing in nature, and therefore you should avoid fruit and dairy milk or fruit and dahi. So this is my fourth point. And my fifth point is that you should not be combining very contrastingly different fruit groups. For example, again in Ayurveda, the fruits are categorized according to how they taste. So primarily there is a group called sweet. So you have mangoes there, papayas there. Banana is a sweet fruit. So that's the sweet category. Then we have a sour category, which is like your oranges, mosambi, lemons, all of those come in the sour category. And then we have the astringent category, jisme aayega apples, berries, pears. So you know, we have these different categories of fruits according to the tastes. And when you combine fruits, now why do people first of all combine fruits? Because a lot of Western things goes that you should have a lot of colors on your plate, your fruit bowl should have plenty of colors, and therefore people feel that, you know, in order to get benefit from something, I need to have more and more and more. Firstly, I really do not like the idea of combining any two fruits together, because I believe that you should you can rotate your fruit every other day. So like you can have like Monday ke liye different fruit, and Tuesday ke liye different, and Wednesday ke liye different. That's completely great. In fact, this is something that I encourage, and you should have it. Something jo main abhi jab main do's discuss karungi, I am going to talk about it. But mixing two fruits at one time, or people make even worse, like a fruit salad, combining 5 to 6 random fruits. These are not things that are great, because हर fruit का अपना एक digestion capacity होता है, हर fruit का अपना एक taste, अपना एक characteristic होता है, and when you combine them together, you're just doing a khichdi of everything, and it's not a great thing for your gut, for your digestion. Having said that, if you do want to combine, you should always combine fruits from the same group. For example, if you're doing, say, if you do want to combine two fruits, as I said, you can do a orange and mosambi together, because both are from the same sour category. Or you can do a, you know, say a mango and a banana together, because they are again from the same category. But you should avoid doing, say, a mango and a mosambi together, because they are very contrastingly different fruits in terms of their properties, digestion, tastes, everything. So that is my 5th point. And the last point is, of course, that please do not juice the fruits. Please eat them, till the time, even like for mothers, like when they give it to their kids, it's always better to, like I'm talking about the like really small babies right now, you can steam an apple, you can steam a banana and give them, but don't juice the fruits. As adults, we have no business to have fruit juices. It's ripped of all the nutrients, of all the fiber. So it's always great to just have fruits just like that and not really juice them. So the 6 don'ts that I mentioned here, I'm just going to do a quick revision. Do not eat fruits first thing in the morning. Do not eat fruits as a breakfast or as part of your breakfast. Do not eat fruits as dinner, as part of your dinner. Do not mix fruits together very randomly, like fruits which are from contrastingly very different tastes, different groups. Do not combine fruits and dairy milk together. Do not combine fruits and curd together, whereas you can combine fruit and a nut milk together. That's completely fine. And do not juice the fruits. Just eat them, chew them well, use your teeth. You will get much more nutrients that way. So these are the 6 don'ts. Now about the do's, कि भाई बता दिया कब नहीं खाना है, खाएं कब, right? So the time when you can really have your fruits is any time between 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. because this is the Pitta time, this is also the Vata time, and as I have already discussed multiple times, Pitta time is the time when you can really digest everything very well. And 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. ka time, or basically you don't want to eat it post sunset. So 6 p.m. jo main keh rahi hu, it's subjective to depending on where you live. There are many places where your sunset can happen at 5 p.m. so then you would make that 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. so that is the time when you can eat your fruits. Having said that, if you follow the Yuktahaar diet, if you follow the Yuktahaar principles, then typically you would be having your breakfast say by 9 a.m. latest. That is what I keep advocating. So if you're having your breakfast at 9 a.m., a good time to have fruits is like say 10:30, 10:45, 11. That's like a good time to have fruits. The other time is like, suppose you finish off your lunch by 12, 12:30, maximum 1. Then again 3 to 3:30 is a good time to have fruits. Again, have fruits as a standalone meal, because that is how you're able to digest it well. You're able to get all the nutrients well. And again, one more thing that I wanted to say in the do's कि क्या करना है उसमें, the most important thing is again that ensure that you're having a different variety of fruit in a week. So I always say that you should have a weekly routine of कि क्या मुझे fruits खाना है इस week, and आपकी इस weekly routine में कुछ varieties होने चाहिए. In fact, if you are a person who is very monotonous with your choices of food and fruit in particular, since we are discussing fruits right now, you have to make a sincere effort to see that you're introducing newer fruits in your diet, so that आप जो है वो एक ही fruit नहीं खाते जा रहे हैं जिंदगी भर. So for example, I know so many clients who just go on eating apples and apples and apples every day. So even if there's a targola that has come in season, or such plenty fruits, such great fruits that we have in India, rasbhari and so many other fruits are there, right? So they don't even know about it, they've never eaten it. So if you are one of those person, you need to ensure that you're bringing in a lot of variety of fruits. You don't have to combine them, as I said, so don't combine them, but as I said, it's always better कि आप उसको अलग अलग करके रोज खाएं. You have one day one fruit, the other day the other fruit. That's, I feel, the much better way to have fruits. Also इसका एक और reason है, इन आयुर्वेदा 2-3 फ्रूट्स हैं जिसको ये माना जाता है कि कोई भी तरह का you have any kind of prakriti. Like, I don't know how many of you know about Ayurveda, but according to Ayurveda, your own body, your health, your nature, your personality, everything is of a certain prakriti. तो आपका काफा प्रकृति हो सकता है, वाता हो सकता है, पित्त हो सकता है, or it can be a combination. Usually it's always a combination, like a kapha and a pitta together, and some kapha, some vata, it's always like combinations that each person has, and therefore each individual is unique. Now, depending on the imbalances you have, you can be recommended certain fruits, you can be asked to avoid certain fruits, but in general there are certain fruits जो सब प्रकृति के लिए अच्छा होता है, which is great for everybody. So those fruits are like, say, a pomegranate, or say even a plum, or even grapes. These fruits. Okay, I thought we lost the connection. Okay, so as I was saying, so there are certain. Okay, so can you hear me, guys? Okay, great. So Rashmi is saying you can hear me. So yeah, please. So okay, so as I was saying कि कुछ fruits ऐसे होते हैं जिनको आयुर्वेदा at least believes कि सब तरह के लोगों को सूट करता है. Well, वो fruits कौन से हैं? It's pomegranate, it's grapes, it's plum. These are fruits which are known to be great for everybody and anybody. However, कोई फ्रूट्स ऐसे भी हैं जो आपको अवॉइड करने चाहिए डिपेंडिंग ऑन योर प्रकृति, विच कैन बी वेरी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड बिकॉज वी डू नॉट नो हमारा प्रकृति क्या है, एंड ऑनेस्टली योर प्रकृति कैन कीप चेंजिंग ऑल्सो. ये नहीं है कि आपकी जो प्रकृति आज है वही. So as I don't know, I just see that the live is getting disconnected every time, so I'm just going on saying, if there is any disturbance then please let me know. I'm really sorry about it today. So as I was saying कि because of this prakriti that keeps changing, it's very difficult as a common man, unless you have a great Ayurveda sense, it's very difficult for a common man to know कि क्या खाऊं, कौन सा फ्रूट खाऊं, अभी कौन सी मेरा imbalance चल रहा है, कौन सा दोषा चल रहा है, अभी मुझे क्या करना चाहिए. It's all very complicated. It can become very complicated for a common person. It isn't, but somebody who would not have a sense of Ayurveda, it may become very complicated. Therefore, अगर आप variety of fruits खाते हैं, which means that you're not having the same fruit every day for months and months and months together, automatically you're not doing excess of any one kind. So nothing actually then tends to harm you. say even if there is some fruit which is contraindicated to your individual prakriti and you don't know about it, अगर आप फिर भी क्योंकि आप हर रोज variety change कर रहे हैं, you will still not end up having excess of it, and therefore it will not be able to harm you, because that harm can happen only when you do it, day in and day out. If you're just having it once in a week, every week also, it will not harm you, even if it is contraindicated to your prakriti. Therefore, it's always makes sense that you should always have a variety of things, whether it's fruits or vegetables, even in sugar. I have mentioned in my book that, you have a weekly routine of the kind of sugar that you're having, only for the same reason that you don't end up having, the excess of any one kind, because that can drive an imbalance in the body. So the don'ts I had already revised. I'm just summarizing the do's here. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. is a great time to have fruits. Ideally 11 a.m. Would be a good time, or say 3 to 3:30 p.m. would be a good time. Do not combine the fruits. Try to have it like as a standalone meal, and do not combine it with random fruits. And also introduce new fruits, having the same fruit day in and day out. Keep changing, introduce more varieties. So I don't know, I feel there's a lot of disturbance going on. I'm getting disconnected, so I'll try to answer a few questions if the connection is still there. So Neelam vlog is written, your book is so inspiring. Thank you so much, Neelam. I hope you follow it and you get great results. And somebody was asking me about combination of fruits, so maybe the person has joined a little late, because I've already discussed that part. So please see to it the video again. And I think there were some other questions about millets and stuff which I'm not able to find. Okay, so somebody is asking, amaranth porridge, banana is there, what to do, and what is the importance of quantified nutrition. So say quantified nutrition is something that I've already covered, so please go and check one of my lives. It's there on my page. I have already discussed what is quantified nutrition, why you shouldn't be counting your food. All of that is something that I've already discussed. So that part is there. And else, if it's there, guys, please post the questions as comments when I post this video. I'm having a little. Thank you so much.